Namaste, welcome. I'm Barbara Brady here for Yoga Community with another practice of mindful flow and meditation. And I wanted to mention that I say I say namaste at the beginning of a practice because traditionally it is a hello greeting, namaste. And I usually finish my practices with Hari Om, which means may we always be returning to source. So I just wanted to share that little bit with you. So for today's practice, during this recording, it's full moon time, and I like offering moon practices and moon salutations around the full moon. So for this practice, I recommend if you have 2 yoga blocks or thick books, find those, and a yoga strap or bathrobe tie is also welcome. A blanket to cover up with for Shavasana and to sit on if we do any seated forward folds. And whatever you like to sit on for meditation. We'll be doing pranayama and meditation after Shavasana. So take your time to get your props and then bring them back, and we'll begin the practice. So just a word here also about when we do moon salutations, the variation that I do, there are various ones. The one that I do does not include much in the way of back bends. So this really becomes what we consider a moon practice. A moon practice, from an Ayurvedic standpoint, is one whose ingredients are tailored for calming and cooling and quieting the system, the field, so to speak. And the elements of a moon practice include forward bends, longer exhalations, and holding poses a little bit longer. So we'll be doing some of those along with the moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. Chandra is moon. So once you have your props, I'll have you lie down on your back and make sure you have some space behind your head once you do. Have your strap or belt within reach as you lie down on your back, and just have your arms by your sides. Arms by your sides, and have your heels fairly close together here. So you're more or less lying down in mountain pose rather than Shavasana at the moment. Begin to feel your body breathing. So I like to set the tone of a practice by bringing awareness to the breath. So the breath becomes a major part of your practice. Your breath can begin to shape the mind. Now please begin to deepen your breath so you feel the movement of it in the abdomen. Without any force, without any strain, please begin to shape your breath into what is called Samavriti pranayama. Here, the inhale and exhale are the equal length. I'll suggest inhale 4 and exhale 4. Your count might be different. Steadiness and effortlessness is key here. Just a few more moments of observing the breath. Deep abdominal breath. It's smooth and continuous, and it's equal parts inhale and exhale. And we'll now begin our movement. And these first elements will be preparations for what will become Chandra Namaskar, moon salutation. So there on your back, draw your right knee in towards your chest, place your hands on your shin or the back of the thigh, and begin to make circles through the hip. You might circle your ankle and toes. And then change directions. Now, this becomes steady. Draw the leg in closer to you during your exhalations. Inhales, you ease up on it a little bit. And we now bring the right leg only into happy baby. With the knee bent, sole of the foot faces the ceiling, and either hold onto the side of the foot. If that's not comfortable, hold on to the back of your leg. We're just beginning here, no force, not really pulling, just allowing sensation to become more apparent. Release your right leg down. Left leg draws in, hands on the shin or the back of the thigh, and begin circling, including your ankle and toes. Change directions. And now steady, drawing the thigh in more closely on your exhales. It's beginning to create a little space. Happy baby left leg, either holding onto the foot. If that's uncomfortable, just hold onto the back of your leg. Bring the right foot up now, soles of the feet together, up in the air, holding onto your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Keep your sacrum on the ground here. Lower back is rooted, grounded, pressing down. And you might imagine a sensation of the knees going wider and the heels coming a little closer in. And place the feet on the floor. Figure four pose begins by crossing your right shin over your left thigh. Shin rather than ankle. This is better for your knee. Shin, not ankle. Lift your left foot, keeping the left knee bent. Right hand reaches through, clasping either your shin or the back of the left thigh. Feel your right thigh press away from you as the left one draws in. And again, emphasize this on your exhales. Right thigh presses away, left thigh draws in. And now straighten your left leg, either hold on where you already are. Some of you might find a space to hold on to your left calf. Right thigh is still moving away. Place both feet back down. Take a moment. Notice sensation. I really love doing this between sides. So you notice what's beginning to happen. And now, right shin, left thigh, lift the left foot, other side. Left shin, right thigh. And clasp either the right shin or the back of the right thigh. Right knee is bent at first. Left thigh moves away as the right one draws in on your exhales. Straighten your right leg. If you like, and there's space, you hold on to the back of the calf, to the calf. Left thigh is pressing away. Place both feet down. And we move to Supta Padangusthasana. This is where you'll use your strap. Some people do this without a strap whatsoever. If that's you, you may go there. We'll start with the right foot up, strap around the ball of the right foot or the instep, and either keeping the left knee bent or left leg on the ground. Effortless effort here as you feel the right leg becoming more spacious in its sensation, without any force, without any strain. Opportune time to shape your breath, equal inhale, exhale. The right leg will now move out from the right hip. Right hand holds the strap. Left hand on top of your left thigh to keep it grounded. Right leg draws out from your right hip. If your left buttock leaves the ground, please don't go any further. Keep the left buttock on the floor. Bring it back in. And before side two, again, notice the difference. Both legs on the floor, notice the difference. Right side and left. Really makes your practice so much more interesting, getting curious. And side two. Strap around the instep of the left foot, either right knee bent or on the floor. Effortless effort. Shape your breath right now, equal inhale, exhale. And holding the strap in your left hand, right hand on right thigh, lower the left leg out from the left hip. If the right buttock lifts, press it back down so you're not lowering the left leg any further than that. Then bring it back to center. Release the strap. And draw both knees to your chest. We'll do a moment of dynamic twisting. Arms on the floor out from your shoulders now. Inhale with your knees towards your chest. Exhale, lower them to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, lower them to the other side. And notice what you notice. Please slow down your momentum here. Allow yourself to be curious about where you feel it in your body. And the next time you've lowered your legs to the right, roll over to your right side and come up to hands and knees. We'll just do a few rounds of Chakravakasana, hands and knees alternating with child's pose. Take time to shape Samavritti Pranayama, equal. With your inhales, lifting your heart, and exhales, bend your arms slightly as you move back into child's pose. Inhales, rising up to hands and knees. Exhales, bend your arms slightly, child's pose. Two more, please. Inhale to hands and knees. This time, exhale to down dog. And you might start out with your knees bent here. Long spine, especially on your inhales. And now please step up to your hands and be in your forward bend here, Uttanasana. No choices and options. You can bend your knees a little bit more. You can hold onto your elbows, your shins, your calves. Maybe the fingertips on the floor if you have 2 blocks there. And we'll be doing that actually in a few moments. So if you have 2 blocks, you might place them below your hands. So please continue here in Uttanasana, your forward bend. Effortless. And place your hands on your waist, press into the feet, inhale, come up to stand. And let's take a moment standing, giving yourself time to notice this new orientation to gravity. I like practicing Tadasana mountain pose as a variation of monkey pose from the discipline of Alexander technique. Here your spine is very upright like mountain. You have a slight bend to the elbows, a slight bend to the knees. For me, when I bend the knees a little bit, it's actually easier to bring the spine into an upright alignment. Come back to Samavriti Pranayama, equal inhale, exhale. Come back to the experience of the now moment. Present moment awareness, aware of sensation and breath. We'll now return to Uttanasana. If you have 2 blocks, you might want to use them as we return to this forward bend. So this will allow you, if you choose to use blocks, especially on the tall side, to really feel that you're keeping the spine long and spacious. You might have heard me mention before, it is said, a yogi is one whose spine is filled with energy, which, by the way, is prana. So we create space for that. And I'll offer my new favorite cue, allow prana to take the shape of the posture. You might go deeper here, up to you, keeping the spine spacious. Place your hands on your waist again, come up on an inhale, and once again, stand. Slight bend to the knees and elbows. Notice if you feel anything different than you did a few moments ago standing. You might feel a warmth in your lower back. And another preparation now for moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. Once again, if you have 2 blocks, have them at center. Face the long side of your mat with your feet wide and parallel. I'll once again practice this Prasarita Padottanasana A with the tall blocks. You might go deeper. Start with your hands on your waist. Inhale, lift your torso out of your waist. Hinge forward. And if you choose to use blocks, place your hands down on the blocks at whatever height feels best to you. And then release your head. I keep my spine parallel to the floor. You might have heard me mention, this is because of my osteoporosis. You might go deeper. You might fold between your legs. Even if you do that, please feel spaciousness along the front body. Soft belly, by the way. Place your hands on your waist. Tuck your chin as you come up on an inhale. Arms by your sides. Notice what you notice. Let prana take the shape of the posture. Really is what yoga is about for me. We'll be moving into moon salutations in a moment. Chandra Namaskar. You'll be facing alongside the mat, having your 2 blocks available. I'd like to take a moment to demonstrate one of the poses here And I'll offer two options. It's toward the middle of the salutation. Here, one option would be, and I'll show you the more lenient, so to speak, variation. You will have been in runner's lunge. The more lenient option at that point will be to come in a variation of warrior two, but rather than arms out, palms are together. For those of you who have available space in the body and like to go a little bit deeper, the pose is called Skandasana. So here, I'm high up onto the ball of the foot, and the other leg is straight, high onto the ball of the foot. This is not for everyone, only if it's for you when we get to this point. And then palms together. I'll, of course, talk you through it as we arrive there. So, from the middle of your mat, blocks available. And we'll do two of these. When we do the second round, I'll once again invite you to let prana take the shape of the posture. From the center of your mat, interlace your fingers. Find your breath. Find your foundation in your feet. Find your center. And we begin Chandra Namaskar, moon salutation. Inhale, take the arms back for a slight back bend. And exhale, side bend as the arms move to the right. Inhale is a back bend. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, the slide back bend. Exhale into goddess pose. So here again, the spine is effectively in mountain pose, Tadasana. Some traditions teach that Tadasana, mountain pose, is the template for almost all of the poses. It's in your spine. Goddess pose. With an inhale, straighten all of your limbs. Prepare for a triangle to your right. So use a block if you like for your right hand. I personally place my hand on my leg. You may use a block behind the right leg if you like. Triangle, Trikonasana. Soften your belly, get steady in your feet. Smooth breathing. Let prana take the shape of the posture. This evolves into pyramid pose. If you have two blocks, you might want to take them, turn to face your right leg. Step the left foot close enough in that the left heel is on the ground. You're folding over your straight right leg. You might want to have a micro bend in the knee. Slightly tuck your chin. This is pyramid, Parsvottanasana. This evolves into runner's lunge. You might want to use your blocks again. Here, the feet are further apart. So that as you bend the front knee, it lines up with its ankle. Runner's lunge. The heart is lifting. Once again, feel spaciousness in your spine, please. Find Samavriti pranayama. And here's where we evolve into either Skandasana, that very low lunge, or warrior two with your palms together. I'll demonstrate Skandasana again on side one. I'm high up onto the ball of the right foot. My left leg is straight out, either fingertips on the floor for stability or palms together. So either here, if this is not a pose for you, then your pose is warrior two with the palms together. And now we come to the midway point of the salutation, which is Malasana, a squat. So I'll give you the very safe way to approach this first. If you have knee issues, your hips are higher than your knees. If you go deeper in a squat, allow that to be. So notice this. This is the center point of the salutation. We'll do the same sequence on side 2 in just a moment. So if you were using blocks on side 1, have them at the ready for side 2. Either Skandasana, high up onto the ball of the left foot, right leg extended, or warrior 2 with the palms together. Runner's lunge, using your blocks, if you like, runner's lunge over your left leg. Think tall or long, rather spine. This evolves into pyramid. Step the back foot in so you can touch the heel to the ground. Fold over your left leg, perhaps a slight bend to the knee. Find your breath, please. Samavritti pranayama. We evolve into triangle from the bottom up. Block, if you like it, under the left hand or left hand on left leg, triangle. Make sure you take a moment to line up your heel and arch. Soften your belly. Samavritti pranayama. Let prana take the shape of the posture. Come up on an inhale. And exhale, we return to goddess. Soft belly. Step your feet together, interlace your fingers, point the index. Inhale, back bend, and exhale, side bend. Take your arms to the left. Inhale, back bend, and exhale, side bend. Inhale, back bend, and exhale, palms to your heart. Notice what you notice. Present moment awareness of your breath and sensation. One more, moon salutation. Have your blocks available if you're using them. And then interlace your fingers. Point the index. Inhale, back bend. Arms to the left. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, side bend. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, goddess. Goddess is a wonderful one to allow prana to take the shape of the posture. What does goddess feel like for you? I think of Durga. Durga, by the way, means invincible. Inhale, straighten the limbs. We'll take triangle to your left. Block if you like it. Triangle. Let prana take the shape of the posture. Pyramid. Blocks if you want. Fold over your leg. It's straight. Step the back foot in so you can take the heel to the ground. Sthira Sukham Asanam, steadiness and ease in your seat. Runner's lunge. Step the foot back, you're lining up your knee and your ankle. Inner edge of the back leg lifts. And now either Skandasana, high up onto the ball of the foot, or warrior 2, palms together. Malasana, your squat. Soft belly. Skandasana, high up onto the ball of foot, or warrior 2. Runner's lunge. over the right leg. Runner's lunge. Pyramid. Step the back foot in. Fold over the right leg. Micro bend if you like. Soft belly. Let prana take the shape of the posture. And triangle. Trikonasana. Steady into the feet. On an inhale, come up. Both feet turn out. Exhale, goddess. Step the feet together, interlace the fingers. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, arms to the right. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, side bend. Inhale, back bend. And exhale. Lower your arms by your sides. Bring that micro bend to your elbows. Maybe a little bit more of a bend to the knees. Step to face the front edge of your mat. Palms together. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, dive down. And we'll now come to lie down on the belly. We'll take a couple of minutes in crocodile pose. So lying on the belly, you cross the arms, and please be sure that you can wrap your fingers around the opposite arm when you lie on your belly. This keeps the elbows close enough together to elevate the upper ribs. You'll be taking your feet as wide as your mat with the toes turned out. However, if that's not comfortable for your feet or legs, you could turn your feet another direction. Again, you can wrap your fingers around the opposite arm, lower your head, and please rest in crocodile, Makrasana. Now please remain in crocodile. Feel the body relax and feel an appreciation for being on the ground, feeling that support of gravity. And please shape your breath now for a ratio of 1 to 2 for your inhale to your exhale. Without any force or strain, it might be inhale 3, exhale 6. It might be inhale 4, exhale 8. The deciding point is what is more comfortable for you. What allows you to once again let prana take the shape of the posture. Soft belly. Feel and express appreciation of being held by the earth. Other elements of a moon practice are poses that bring about a nurturing tone, a nourishing tone, quieting, calming, cooling. And again, the poses might be more forward bends, some twists, longer exhalations, and holding the poses a bit longer. Excellent ingredients for any time you want to practice on your own and you need to calm down a little bit. A little while longer, experience your body in stillness. Continue with deep abdominal breath and the ratio of 1 to 2 for your inhale to your exhale. And now, first press back into child's pose. And then adjust, coming onto your back. We'll now take a twist that we hold. We did dynamic twist earlier. We'll now hold the twist. And I'm going to offer a supported version of a reclining twist. Some of you have done this with me. If you're not sure, watch for a moment. I'll first bring my knees to the chest, to the left first, and here's where it becomes supported. My hands do the support. My right hand supports my right lower back. My left hand rests on the right lower abdomen. Soften the belly. You're cradling your lower right torso. Feel the breath there. Feel the sensation of the breath between your hands. And before side 2, please rest on your back, arms by your sides, and just feel the sensation. I love the way this feels afterwards. And side 2, knees to chest, drop them to the right. Left hand supports left lower back. Right hand supports left lower abdomen. Soften. Feel the presence of the breath between your hands. And once again, come back to center. Place your feet on the floor. Feel the sensation. Feel what just happened. And we counterpose with a forward bend, very simply, knees to chest, hands to shins, Uttanasana. Dynamically, please, squeeze both legs in on your exhales. And inhales, the knees move a bit forward. And then it's time for your Shavasana. So get whatever props you like for Shavasana. Cover up with a blanket, put on your socks. And we will, as we do, be having pranayama and meditation after Shavasana. But now is the time to lie on your back, or you might have another place where you like lying down, that's fine. But if you are lying on your back, as you settle in, take your heels a little bit wider than your hips. Snuggle your shoulder blades down your back. Arms a bit away from the body with the palms up. Once you've settled onto your back and closed your eyes, relax. Once again, let prana take the shape of the posture. Let go. soft belly. Feel that you're being held by the earth. And rest now. The mind dissolves into sensation. Sensation fills the mind. Please begin to feel your body breathing. Once again, Feel the presence of your breath and sensation. Allow your body to stir when and how you like. And as you take your time to first roll over to your right side and then come up and create a seat, which, by the way, you can sit in a chair if you like. If you do sit in a chair, feet flat on the floor, about hip distance. If you're sitting on the floor, of course, you might want to sit on a prop. You want your spine to be tall and be comfortable. We'll be beginning with Chandra Betana. This is a pranayama. Betana means to pierce. Chandra, again, is moon. Chandra Betana, to pierce or take hold of lunar energy. Again, calming, soothing, nurturing, quieting. Here, the pranayama is inhales left nostril. That's the lunar channel. We're igniting the lunar channel, the calming one, and exhales right, releasing the solar energy, the warming, activating. And we'll be using a slightly different mudra here. We'll be placing the thumb outside the right nostril, next two fingers between your eyebrows, ring and little finger at your left nostril. Make sure your spine is tall and comfortable. Be effortless. For Chandra Betana, please begin. Inhales through the left nostril, rising up to the space where the fingers rest between the eyebrows. And then exhales right. Inhales from just below the tip of the left nostril. Ascend with lunar energy to the eyebrow center. Exhales descend right. That same lunar energy now cooling the right channel, the solar channel. Please continue effortlessly. Inhales left, exhales right. Then please lower your hand. Let the breath return to its natural rhythm. And for the next few moments, observe the sensation in the nostrils, maybe at the eyebrow center, maybe even the sinuses. We move into the meditation now, which also features the moon. This is still Lake of the Mind meditation. And here, it's not so much that you're visualizing the elements I mentioned. You might, but if you're not visually inclined, just bring a quality to your awareness. Beginning by sensing a beautiful still lake in the center of your head. And we watch this lake, the still lake of the mind, smoothing out on its surface. This is related to the mind. So if the mind is busy, if the mind is rippling, it might bring about ripples onto the surface of the lake here. Have an intention to watch the surface of the lake become more and more still, smoothing out any ripples in the mind and on the lake. And now see or sense the full moon at the back of your head. Behind the lake of the mind, the luminous bluish white full moon is seated there. See its luminosity. And you begin to see or sense a ray of moonlight, a beam of moonlight moving across the surface of the lake, continuing forward as a moonbeam out through the eyebrow center to the far reaches of the universe. So again, don't try to visualize. Allow yourself to be available. Still lake of the mind, allowing its surface to become so still that when that full moon casts its moonbeam onto the surface of the lake, it's so smooth that you do see the reflection of just one moon. It's not broken, scattered. And from there, a luminous concentration of a moonbeam moving out to the eyebrow center, to the far reaches of the universe. And at the far end of that moonbeam, which seems to reach to infinity, see or experience a blue star. This is your highest self, spirit, soul, source. And please continue here, resting in this presence. If the mind once again ripples with thoughts, have an intention to smooth out the ripples of the mind, smooth out the ripples on the lake of the mind. Experience still lake of the mind. And please relax all technique, all images. As you begin to come back, please take 3 deep abdominal breaths. And lately, I've liked coming back by first, with the eyes closed, rub the hands together, generate the warmth. And first, rest your hands over your eyes, your face. And now begin to brush downward, downward strokes on your head, your neck, down the shoulders and the arms to the hands. Brush down the torso, front and back, sides, down the legs and to the feet. And then bringing your palms together, Anjali Mudra. May we always be returning to Source. Hari Om, and thank you.